it's interesting. It's just been a day really, and quite a lot of things can happen in a day or two, maybe 2 days. I lose track of time. And what I did was I found another sailing boat, a 16-foot wooden sailing boat, an interesting looking boat. And it was in Scotland, right in the middle of Scotland. And I thought, well, that's a long way away. How would one get this down there? Because I had the idea, maybe I could use this boat as an accommodation in North Wales whilst I work on Sara. So, otherwise I don't know what I'm going to do as far as accommodation goes whilst I'm there. I mean, I just need somewhere to sleep really. I could probably camp out in Sara, but I'm not sure whether the people would let me do that or not. I don't know. And so I had the idea to put this other little boat on a swing mooring there, and I'm just going to sleep there and then get up in the morning, come out and carry on working and keep a low profile basically. So anyway, I'd been asking about this boat because I don't know much about these little smaller sailing yachts, and I was a bit unsure. It's not the sort of boat that I need personally, but it would be a useful addition to the project as a second boat, like a kind of, well, it could be a towboat even or something like that, just to get the bigger boat out of trouble whilst you're doing trials and getting it ready and learning how to sail it and so on. So it might actually be a useful boat to have. This is what I thought, but I kind of weighed it up, and I'd been made a very, very good offer on it. The people looked at the videos on Sara and decided that they looked like they were prepared to support the project. But it still required a large sum of money on my part, and the money that I would have to spend on that boat, that would really stop me from being able to buy Sara. That would be the money for Sara. And so, I thought, well, maybe as time goes on I can save a bit more money and get enough money and other people will come to the picture about Sara. But I thought, no, I cannot take the risk of that, because Sara is the boat that I want to work on. And this is just a side project really, a part of it, a good thing to have. And the little boat is a good price for the boat, and it's not a bad price for them too, because these boats, this is about what they fetch. They're not worth a lot of money, because they wouldn't. People don't want wooden boats. And so it doesn't require as much work as Sara, and it's got an engine which helps. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I wanted to make inquiries, and does it come with a trailer? Does it not come with a trailer? Can it be trailered in? I don't have and the thing that stopped me in the end was I have a large 6-cylinder motor car, but it has no tow hitch on it. And so I'll be totally dependent upon somebody towing it, or getting somebody to help me to tow it down, and all these factors conflicting, and the other people, they hadn't got back to me, and I thought, well, maybe I'm just being too much of a nuisance really. And so I sent them an email a message to say, don't worry, I decided not to do it, because that's the safest bet really. If something happened to the boat, if it fell off halfway between Scotland and if a wheel came off the trailer halfway between Scotland, I'd be in terrible trouble. I wouldn't have the money to sort it out. So I thought, no, it's better just to leave that one, okay. And so anyway, after I sent the email, after I sent the message to them to say that, within just a short time, I got an email from Ian at Dickey's, who looks after the moorings. I sent him an email to say, and some pictures of the boat to say, how much would it cost, and is there a mooring available at Port, I'm getting used to all these names, these Welsh names, Port Penrhyn. Is there a mooring at Port Penrhyn? What? And how much? I don't know how much it's going to cost. It might cost a fortune. How much if it goes on the hard and so on. And so he got back to me very quickly and in a nice way, very helpful. And there are 3 swing moorings available, and the price is $200 a year, about $200 a year, and $300 or $400 up front, and then the mooring belongs to the person who pays it, and can be sold on if necessary. If you ever want to get rid of the mooring, which you probably wouldn't want to, you know, it's just a nice place to have a mooring. And so, and it's a wonderful area to sail because you can go to the Isle of Man, you can go to the island, you got the whole, it's very sheltered, it's not open to the Atlantic, that whole coastline there. So, when I saw this I thought, oh, maybe I should have, you know, the little boat, but I just don't have the money to do it. And so, unless something comes up, somebody's interested in getting that little boat onto a mooring, I'm prepared to pay for the mooring, to put the mooring in, and the annual cost of the mooring. If somebody could get that boat, buy that boat, and put that boat, and put it on the mooring, then they'd be able to use that boat on the mooring. I'm happy to do that. And it's £1,000 is what's required for that. And it's a lovely little boat. And it's a shame to lose it, but it's not the boat that I'm not interested in that boat for myself personally. I need to be building, looking after and concentrating on Sara. And this little boat needs to be in a condition where it doesn't need any maintenance to for a while, you know. So it's necessary to do the maintenance quick on it. It will probably only take a week or two to do the maintenance on that boat. Put it straight on the mooring, and then it can be used. Yeah, it can be used as you know, to sleep overnight in, or take for a little day. So, and get me back into learning how to sail again. It's I think it's a ketch rig, not ketch rig, gaff rig, traditional design, Bolger, 16-foot links is what it is. But most links are actually made out of plywood, stitched plywood, but this one is a curved hull form with a deep keel, and it looks like it's done with planks, and that was the better way of making them and more difficult way to build. And so it's a good one, and unfortunately I needed to find out more. I'm not aware of the construction of the boat, and I couldn't tell from looking at it. It didn't seem to have any frames inside it. I couldn't tell whether it had been lined on the inside. There was all these questions I had to ask, because not knowing the construction method, I wouldn't know the longevity of it. I know that a traditional carvel built boat is good for 100 years. Is it built in the traditional manner, or is it built some other way? You know, is it rivets, is it screws, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there was a few issues there that made me step back from it. But I'm prepared to see it come back, if it can come back in some way, some shape or form. Because whoever puts that boat on the mooring can use it, you know. I mean, it's there. People don't need a boat all the time. You can share the use of a boat. I'm quite happy to put the mooring in, and if they're prepared to, if somebody's prepared to buy the boat, put it on the mooring. So that's the update on the little boat called Wee Annie. The boat is called Wee Annie. Very nice people who have owned it previously too in Scotland. I've enjoyed speaking to them. So if anybody has got the wherewithal to get this boat onto this mooring that I'm prepared to put in, I'll be happy to hear from you. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to find some other way to go down there and work on Sara, because Sara is the main project. That is what needs to be done. That boat needs to be finished before it gets any worse, really. It's necessary to do it now. Okay. Well, that's the end of this video. I'm going to make another video because there's been some other development since then, so I'll turn off for now.